Hey, Airfix and Chill special edition. Good afternoon, everyone. It's 3:45, and so we're waiting for the Airfix launch or their announcement and what they're going to bring to us. 2024. We've got 7 of us in the panel. Maybe some more turn up. We may have a special guest later on who might pop in and chat to us about the releases. But hi, everyone. Nice to see you all. Great to see you, James, Captain VFC, Miss Modler, Tam from Kits and Bits. We don't see you very often, mate. I presume you're busy on a Monday night.
Well, recently I have been, but I can't say anything about that till tomorrow because it's a bit of a secret.
Oh, top secret. We got John Alec.
But then I'd have to kill you, see, so confidential.
We got John Alec in the studio as well, and we have Alex as well. So we've got 7 of us. If I go to present screen and share the screen, at the moment we are at this position here. Let's have a look. You can see that. We're 11 minutes to the launch, and we'll get back on there and see how they're getting on with their new releases. But we'll leave that for now. So, folks, everyone excited? Because I'm excited.
Yeah, frozen but excited.
Yeah, it is cold, isn't it? It was snowing yesterday or last night. It was really snowing. So, but Airfix is in the house apparently, so they'll be watching us. And so, any complaints or anything like that? Will there be a Bearcat this year?
I would like to, as Airfix are in the chat, I would like to complain that they haven't announced the model that I want already before the video is live.
Okay. Yeah. So we've got Airfix in the house. I wonder if that's Dan on it, or is it Amanda, or is it Brooke? But he was quite, it's he has popped on already and had a little chat with us, bless him. No, he's saying no.
No.
Have you got your cup of tea?
But I'm really excited about this this one. I've said that I've got TSR 2 down. A Beetle would be nice. Probably a Challenger tank. Trying to think, what else did I say on the list? Hampton, Halifax, those sort of World War II planes. Will there be a Cold War jet? Was it a Jag? Maybe it's Sepicat Jag would be in the list.
A 77 Jag.
Hey, listen. Hey, look at this. We've already got some inside info. Where is it? There it is. Where's it gone? Oh, I want to that one there. No to Bearcat. So there's not going to be a Bearcat in the range.
Yeah, I'll cancel the
Blitz. Just not going to do one just to troll you, though.
Oh, I don't know. They'll be all right. There'll be a Bearcat soon. Listen, when my channel's massive and I can buy Airfix, I would tell them. If I win that lottery, those 6 numbers and the bonus ball, whatever it is.
We need a new tool, Concord. Moz, we've done that for the last 4 years in a row. Stop it.
Yeah, another new tool. Yeah, Wildcat, definitely. No Bearcat, cancel Airfix. Oh yeah, and also remember that even though this is the range launch of what they're going to produce, don't forget the secret announcements as well. So
Well, Hornby let that out of the bag this morning.
Did they?
Yeah, because they said about there's going to be surprise announcements throughout the year.
Surprise announcements throughout the year.
Yeah.
TT 120, anyone? They're going to release the fact that they're going to make the radius correct on their track. We heard you be listening to the feedback about TT 120. We're going to fix the track. And that's it.
Apparently, some of you people want 360-degree curves rather than 370 whatever.
366, 67, something like that.
Something like that.
Well, actually, they're for the houses that aren't built. All these new houses that aren't built square.
No,
yeah, 360 degree,
really smart
degree curve.
Yeah,
it's just a few extra degrees to fill in any that are missing later.
Yeah.
Also, they're now doing it with retailers. Now retailers have got it in their shops now. It's not just online only, is it?
Well, they can have it in their shops if they wish.
I got an email from Rails of Sheffield, I think it was.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, you won't get one from Hattons next year, will you? Bless them. They've had to go.
Yes.
Rails
taking up most of the mantle from all their stuff anyway, so.
That's it. Right. So how many have we got? We've got 173 watching. Let's get the page up because I think I don't want to miss it because one year the buggers went early, didn't they? Do you remember that? We were catching the fire. So we'll share that one, share that screen there. That should come up. I'm going to put that on a different screen actually so I can see both. Get off. I want it there. That's it. So I can see it as well. Can I make it bigger? Well, hey. I'll try and make it bigger. I don't know. Maybe we'll be able to go to big screen later. But yeah. If anybody wants on the panel, keep your eye on the website because I think they'll go live straight after on the website. So we'll be able to jump on the website and just see, you know, get a good look at what the crack is, what they've got announced. Because you know, 5 minutes.
Whereas Dale just getting really pretty Blenheim maintenance one.
It's got a maintenance banner up at the moment.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's a really pretty picture as well, saying it's the Blenheim.
Yeah.
It's cute.
What, a new 124th Blenheim? Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was funny though on Twitter, wasn't it? They put a picture up of a built model or part of a built model and saying, they said, "Oh, what's this model?" And in the hashtags they put Airfix Blenheim. You know what I mean? Hashtag Airfix. It was the Blenheim then, wasn't it? You know what I mean? So yeah. Oh, Black Rifle's in the chat. I've seen Nigel as well. Does Nigel want to pop on? I didn't hear back. If Nigel, if you want to pop on, jump on, mate. If you want to.
If you sent him the link.
I haven't sent him the link, to be honest.
Yeah,
no,
so you can't jump on then.
I just put it in Discord, you see.
Yeah.
I put but last night I sent him the link last night with John Parker and none of them got the email. Which annoyed me a bit.
Right. You shouldn't have signed it a Nigerian prince, that was your problem.
Yeah, that's what it was, yeah. Something like that, wasn't it? 4 minutes to go. Are we ready to crash Airfix's website? Probably. Probably.
Everyone hit F5 at bang on 4.
Thank you, Crazy Locker.
It'll be like a 737 MAX at 10,000 feet then.
Thank you, Crazy Locker, for the £10 super chat. It's really appreciated. I hope you're enjoying it now because I've actually paid the full subscription now. So you should be 1080p, not the 720 on the I think it's about 60 quid, isn't it? Then the £20 version or the £30 version. I've doubled it up. We get more people as well. The only thing we still don't get is a green room that really does annoy me. You're paying all that money and you didn't you don't get the green room, which would be good. So Crazy Lock has been a member for 15 months. Thank you very much for your support. Private chat. Okay, no worries. She'll be back. Miss Modder's gone to powder her nose.
Yeah.
Right. Watch the Hornby releases were disappointing, Sam Trains said. Oh, Sam's Trains, yeah. Yep, 1080p here.
Nice.
So you got 1080p, that's good. Come on, 3 minutes to go. Well, it won't be that because they'll have like a 2 minute. They'll have, I wonder if they put the premiere on as well, the actual music. Yeah, Hardy, shame you can't join us, mate. It'd be really good if you could have joined us. Right, invite. Catch that one. I'm going to do it outside in the yard. Like people. I need my Gmail. Gmail. Oh. Oh, so exciting. It's all gone quiet. Everybody's like it's like bated breath, isn't it? Sort of thing.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
I was just trying to find me black gloves. That's why I was quiet.
I mean, I was redoing my lipstick, so not that anyone will notice I changed its color, but
1/48 Lysander, please.
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
60
decent.
seconds.
Decent one. A decent one, yeah. Well,
Here we go. Right. Oh, come on, challenge your tank.
Ooh.
Spruce
Shall we?
Goose
That-
starter set.
I'll tell you what also would be nice.
Mm.
Tempest concept jet.
Mm.
Tempest 2 concept jet.
There were some really good shouts. Oh, somebody just said that before about having a Sky van.
It's live on the website.
Is it live now? Is it?
Yeah. Oh, bloody hell. Ooh.
oh wow.
Sorry. Anyway, let's just wait for the video.
Everyone's leaving the channel now because you said that.
yeah, don't do that.
Oh, oh, it actually is.
They've
Holy
jumped it early.
Oh, wow.
Stay tuned to find out why we're going, ooh.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we got some. I'm not going to say what, but we got some things right.
Wow, we did.
And there's one thing I really, really wanted that I'm glad to see is coming back.
Thanks for watching. See you next Monday.
See you next week. Yeah. Honestly, why have you done that, Airfix? Why? Why?
In fact, we got one thing from last night. We got right. 2 things from last night we got right. 3 things. We did good last night.
Yeah.
Trying not to ruin this for
It's
everyone,
not bad.
obviously.
Premier's beginning shortly, and they haven't even done it.
Before the website crashes, quick. Oh, bloody hell, that looks nice.
Yeah, I can't
yeah.
get the
There we
website.
go.
I need to order things.
Hey, I was right. Sherman tank, quick build. Lifeboat,
Ooh,
there's a
shiny.
lifeboat.
Oh, it crashed.
Oh.
Shiny.
So many things I'm waiting for order.
Oh, there's something there which is going to help my content.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, interesting.
Oh, they're bringing out the Hampton as a. Well, anyway, let's not talk about it.
That's literally what I was saying we got right, but we'll do it later.
What are you guys looking at?
The website.
The Airfix website.
Oh, right.
It's all live on the Airfix
Yeah.
website now.
They already released it.
I know this. The YouTube intro is fire, isn't it?
The default
So
one.
awful.
How to make a minute last 6 months.
Oh,
I've set it for 5 minutes.
I
Things I
hate they
actually
do
managed to
this.
get out.
I hate this.
What do you mean? It's so fun.
Oh. Note to self: what's disappointing about the Airfix launch? That friggin' 2 minutes of crap music. Change the music.
Was there anything
The
exciting?
worst Premiere intro.
Here we go.
Right, I'll get the spreadsheet open.
And
Hi,
a
my name is
tiger.
Dale. I'm the head of brand here at Airfix. Let's go through the 2024 product releases. This year we have 3 new products entering our quick build range. The first, a new subcategory for us, these 2 1/35th scale tanks, the
Wow.
Tiger 1 and the Sherman Firefly. Each kit contains 154 parts, traversing turret, working tracks and opening hatches.
Bloody
I
hell.
love them.
The third release is a Lamborghini Huracan Evo, containing 45 parts.
Assets. Lifeboat.
The first range to look at is our starter sets and gift sets. Each one of these products contains paints, glues and brushes, everything you need to make the model at home. We're really excited to release 4 new starter sets to the range this year, all in 1/72nd scale. The first, a P-51D Mustang containing 31 parts.
Ooh.
And the second, a BF-109 F4 Messerschmitt with 31 parts, both with shadow stands. The first starter set is our brand new Eurofighter Typhoon FGR-4 containing 43 parts and
Which
a
I'm
shadow
also
stand.
so hyped for.
Great.
99.
Yeah.
Love
The
it.
fourth and final starter set for the range this year is a brand new 1/72nd scale RNLI Shannon class lifeboat.
Brilliant.
Based on the real CAD used for the production of the real thing, it's the newest class in the RNLI service that is
Fair
designed
play,
with a
Dale,
service
fair
life
play.
of 25
That
years,
looks great.
You
before a
mentioned that
retrofit to
me
extend
about
for another
6 months ago,
25
like,
years.
quiet.
Funnily enough, we
Meaning
were
this boat
mentioning
will be
that last
saving
night.
lives for many years to come. A minimum of 90p will be donated to the RNLI for the sale of each product.
90
We're
pack.
releasing 3 new gift sets to the range this year. The first of which is this D-Day Fighters gift pack containing 5 1/72nd
Nice.
scale aircraft. This gift set commemorates the 80th anniversary of D-Day and sits alongside our existing
I like
range of
that.
D-Day gift sets.
50 quid, so a
including
tenner a
5
plane.
1/72nd scale aircraft
Yeah.
and a single stand. Supermarine Spitfire Mark 9C, the North American P-51D Mustang, the Hawker Tempest Mark 5, Messerschmitt BF-109 G6, and the Focke-Wulf 190A8.
Do you see the way they
The second and
blacked out?
third gift sets we're releasing this
Oh,
year.
but that
Two
is garbage.
brand new dogfight double sets. The first, P-51, paired with our brand new starter set 109.
That's good.
Each set utilises our brand new starter set tooling containing the shadow stands, paints, glues and brushes. And the third is a replacement of a previous product, a dogfight double containing a Spitfire and 109. Each product utilises the brand new tooling of our starter set range, the
Wow.
new 109 tool being released this year, and the previous Spitfire Mark 5C.
Excellent.
Beautiful.
Kicking off 2024 with our brand new 1/72nd scale Boeing Chinook H.
Oh, that went over my head.
Would you believe it? It's the
I'm
first
so
time
hyped
Airfix
for
has
it.
ever tooled up a 72nd scale Chinook of our own.
You haven't
making.
even done a Bearcat.
This model contains 171 parts, composite rotors moulded with droop, both EAPS and conical engine filters.
Series
included,
6 for 34
rear
quid.
door and ramp,
Shut
and
up
a
and
detailed
take my money.
cockpit, including refined quilting effect for the
So
fabric
excited
surface.
for that.
Loving this. Loving
The release
that.
includes 2 schemes.
That's
A
nice.
depicts the most famous of all Chinooks, Bravo
Please have a
November,
desert one.
until being retired to the RAF Museum Midlands in
That looks
2022.
That's cool.
It was the longest serving Chinook in the British service. Bravo November became known
How
as the
amazing.
Survivor,
Bonus
as it
points
was
is
the only
pronouncing
aircraft
Chinook
to escape the
correctly.
sinking of the Atlantic conveyor during the Falklands conflict. It went on to serve in every major theatre operation. B scheme served during Operation Granby in 1991 as part of the support helicopter force. Chinooks were used to deliver special forces behind Iraqi lines and were later used to deliver food and aid to refugees.
I like
The
that.
second brand new tool release this year is this 1/72nd scale
Yeah.
B-24
Wow,
Liberator,
Liberator.
containing 278 parts,
Big
detailed
girl.
interior and Bombay
Got
layout.
that one.
This kit will include
Please
2
don't be more than
schemes.
70 quid though.
Corky Burgundy
No,
bombers,
it's,
733rd
it's not that bad.
Bomb Squadron,
46.99.
Army Air Force.
Yes.
B
I know.
scheme,
That's
Valiant Lady,
bad for my wallet.
the 831st
I was
Bomb
literally
Squadron,
looking at B24 the other
15th
day
Air
and they were
Force,
all like
United
74
States Army Air
quid
Force.
in 70-second scale.
And the third new tool release this year is this 1/48 scale Bristol Bulldog Mark II.
No, they don't do
containing
interwar
120
stuff.
parts and a subtly
Alex
rendered
famously
fabric effect.
said.
28.99.
Multi-part cockpit
Yeah.
includes
not
fuselage
bad.
framework.
Look at the engine
ammo
on that.
and machine
Yeah.
I
gun
know.
engines.
It's
The design is
stunning.
based on exclusive access to over
That's
1,000
lovely.
original Bristol drawings. Details include camera gun, wing-mounted generators, bomb rack, and a landing flare. The Bristol Bulldog was one of the
Well, they
most
shouldn't show that
important
before
British
Watershed.
fighters of the interwar
No.
period, when powerful biplane fighters unquestionably ruled the skies. Initially developed as a private venture by the Bristol Aeroplane Company, the Bulldog was the brainchild of accomplished aircraft designer Frank Barnwell.
It is.
This release
Yeah,
includes 3 schemes.
I like that
9576.
I wonder if the green
number
will
3
be a
Squadron,
decal.
Royal Air Force, Uphaven, Wiltshire, 1929.
Mm.
K1088, number 17 Squadron, Royal Air Force, Uphaven, 1930. And Fighter Squadron, number 1 Flying Training School, Royal Australian Air Force, Point Cook, Australia, 1930s.
We have Hampton things. We have a
And now on to products where we've added new parts for general sale. The first is our 1/72nd scale Gloucester Meteor F8 and FR9. Following on from the 2022 release and subsequent 2023 Club Kit release, this will be the first time the FR9 and additional rockets will be available on general sale.
That's good.
Additional parts are the FR9 camera nose piece and rockets.
Don't you start with that bottle. No.
There'll be 2 schemes included.
No.
Our 1/72nd scale Bristol Beaufort Mark 1A. This is the second
Beautiful
release
kit,
of
by the
Beaufort.
way.
Love the
This
Beaufort.
release
Yeah.
includes a revised mid-upper turret that was previously not utilised in the last release.
I was just
2
looking at that
schemes
today.
Included,
That,
including a
I think,
coastal
where's
command
the extra
and a
turret?
Southeast Asia command option.
Oh, I'm
Following on
tempted to
to
get
the
that for
2021
Coastal
release.
Command.
Next,
Stop
we have
it.
the 1/48 scale, the Havilland Chipmunk T10 T20.
Does it come with a
3
bird's
schemes
nest?
included, featuring Portuguese, Irish,
I've literally just
and
put in
Royal
7
markings.
pre-orders.
Yeah, I'm going to have to
Now
get an
on to
Irish
some
chipmunk by the looks of it.
reintroductions and reliveries. 1/72nd scale Messerschmitt BF 109E4, a scheme refresh after nearly 6 years in the range. This
That
scheme
box size
depicts an
is
aircraft
so
shot down over Margate,
That's
Kent in
great.
1940 and crash landing close to
I mean, the last release of it was an E3, not an
1/72nd
E4, but
scale
whatever.
Supermarine Spitfire Mark
Even though it said
1A.
E4 on the box.
Another refresh after almost 6 years in the range. The
6
new scheme
years I've
depicts
been in the
squadron
range.
leader Brian Lane's aircraft in a dogfight with a 109 and BF 110. Brian Lane is best
Oh,
known for his
I
account
like
of the
that.
Battle of
That's
Britain.
pretty.
I like that scheme.
Yeah.
I like the yellow nose.
1/72nd scale Hawker Typhoon Mark 1B.
Oh, it's been weathered by
In
Sally,
support
that
of the
one.
Hawker Typhoon Preservation Trust, we have given this kit a couple of fresh schemes.
I like that
both
Gila
depicting
on
the
the
same
front.
aircraft.
Mm.
The 2 schemes depicting RB 396, the aircraft being restored to flight, and Wing Commander Johnny Baldwin's aircraft. Baldwin was the top scoring Typhoon ace.
Was
Our
it?
model depicts a late production Typhoon with a 4-bladed prop and late canopy style. Rocket and or bomb options included, along with options to pose gun bays open.
It's also a really nice kit. I've got one of those still to
1/72nd
make.
Western Sea King HE4. A staple in our range, we've given the Western Sea King HE4 a fresh pair of schemes. A classic green jungly scheme and a Gulf War
Jungly.
option.
Where's that, Dale?
The Havilland Tiger
Jungly.
Moth in 1/72nd
Jungly.
scale. 2 schemes included Royal Australian Navy and
Okay.
US Air Force options.
Okay.
Gloucester Gladiator Mark
take
1,
10.
Mark 2 in 1/72nd.
Norwegian
The 4th
markings.
iteration of this excellent model.
I'll definitely
The
get another
Gladiator
Gladiator
will
because
see
that is
2 new
beautiful.
schemes for
Look at
2024,
Good kit, innit?
including
Oh,
a Norwegian option. 2 windscreen options are supplied with this kit.
but it can only fit one at a time.
2019 tooling, this MiG-17F Fresco will be the 3rd release of our
Oh, it's still American.
tool bank.
Yeah.
This release
That's
will
why they
include
were giving all the
and
frescoes
US Air
away
Force
then.
markings.
I never knew the US.
Boxer
I
depicts
never knew the US had
example
that.
in US Air Force
Probably a
colours
captured one.
Yeah,
as part of the HAV drill project.
I think the guy flew it over
Yeah.
here.
Aircraft operated.
That's a very clever way to release it now. I like
It's
that.
The
really
program was
good. It's a
secret for
good
many
kit. I
years
love building mine.
until it was declassified in
It's a good kit.
2013.
I messed mine up, but it's a
Parts
good
are
kit.
supplied for an
I'll
Yeah.
finish it one day.
Only the 3rd release of this 2009 tooling. The Spitfire PR19 will receive 2 new schemes, both depicting later production
Oh.
PR19.
I love
Sauce
that.
jinxed it.
Ooh,
The 2 schemes included are a Royal Thai Air Force option
that's an interesting
and a
one.
lesser seen
Yeah.
bare metal RAF.
I like the way
aircraft.
they've got the on that picture there. You
PR19
had
was the
the
last variant of the
Like
Spitfire
the faded
777
RF one.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, that's lovely.
1/72nd scale
No.
Jet Provost T3 T4. The box art depicts the aircraft that Flight Lieutenant Julie Gibson
That's
conducted
just
her
a box
first solo
standard
flight
for
in.
Audi, that one though, isn't it? In Lidl.
Gibson was the first.
Well, hopefully
full-time
it'll be
female
bog standard
pilot
in
for
that
the
colour
RAF.
because then they'll get more money out of me.
She would later go on to fly Hawker Siddeley Andovers and Lockheed C-130 Hercules. 2 schemes included within this box. The first of our refresh 1/48 scale kits, the Curtiss Tomahawk Mark II.
Good
This will
kit.
be only the
Funny
second
again.
time the Mark II variant has been released. 2
This is
scheme options,
amazing.
including
I'm loving some of these
defense
schemes.
training flight aircraft with a rather large shark mouth.
Hungry.
We've also included a Turkish scheme.
A Turkish scheme.
1/48 scale Messerschmitt
I
BF
love
109 E3 E4. 3 schemes, including a French captured BF 109 E3. This model includes postal
Sold.
control services.
See, they've got an
Control parts
MS-406 in the
include
background there.
drop tanks,
Just
3 different
release the
windscreen
French aircraft
options,
too,
and
please.
And
Do it
finally,
for
our
me.
Cromwell Mark 4 Mark 6 will be re-released this year with corrected wheel nuts.
Way, new wheel nut.
What?
In addition to our re-liveries, we're also bringing 4 products straight back from previous catalogues.
Not lifeboat.
The first of which is our 7-class lifeboat in 1/32 scale, which sits perfectly next to our Shannon class lifeboat starter set.
It's dog. It's. I'm sorry. No, it's awful.
The second of our straight re-releases is this 2015 1/72 scale Whitley Mark V.
Never built that.
This will be the
Nice
third
kit.
release of the Whitworth Whitley.
I love the front nose
reintroduction
on
of
that.
the
Look
original
at
release
that,
since 2015.
like squared off.
The third straight re-release is this 1/72 scale Swift FR5. And the second time
Mentioned
it's
that
ever
last
been
night.
released.
Yes. I'm so happy with this. I've
And
been on
finally,
stages.
only the third release of this 1/48
Yes,
scale
the
Walrus
Walrus.
Mark
Oh,
I original release.
that looks nice.
First developed to a Royal Australian Air
Oh, I
Force
love that
requirement for catapult
plane
launch
on the sea
reconnaissance
there. That's a
and
great
amphibious
box
bombing
art.
boat.
Look at that.
Originally named
Beautiful,
the
isn't it?
Seagull 5.
Lovely.
The
Cracking.
Walrus gained fame and respect not only for its usefulness but
I'm
also
having that.
its toughness.
I'm having
Yeah.
that.
Same.
3 schemes including Australian Fleet Air Arm and
Hey, what
ARIA.
with the rigging would put me off.
What rigging?
Our
Oh,
vintage
48
classic range
ringgit.
sees a number of old favourites being reintroduced,
Look
most
how
of which
big
haven't
his
been
face is,
seen for
okay?
many, many years.
Hampton.
First, our 00 gauge or 1/76 scale Guards Band figure
I'm
set.
very excited.
First
about this.
introduced in 1959, it contains 52 pieces, a true
It's
part of our
Nigel.
history, the
I've
first
literally
figures to
already got it
ever be
pre-ordered.
released by Airfix. We couldn't release the Guards Band without the Guards Colour Party. Again, in 76 scale, 00 gauge, it contains 44 pieces.
Oh, it's bad editing.
This was our second ever set of figures.
I
that
approve of
closely
the silly
followed
hats, though.
the Guards Band
I
figures.
do, yeah. Does it come with the flag?
The handy page Hampton in
question.
1/72 scale,
Yeah.
first introduced in 1968
Come
and
on.
last released in the Airfix range in
Oh, we can get some
2010.
decals for the bloody thing.
Artwork by the legendary Roy Cross.
Roy Cross.
The Hawker P11-27 in 72nd scale, first introduced in 1963 and last
You'd
released
buy
in
that for under
2000.
a tenner, wouldn't you? It'd be
Forerunner
a
of
tenner,
the
they
famous
will.
Harrier.
Yeah.
Goes together really well.
1/72 scale
Belvedere.
Bristol Belvedere.
Oh, the Belvedere!
First introduced in
I've got that,
1959
I've got
and last seen in our
Same.
range in 1997. It's unique to Airfix at 1/72 scale. Its iconic design from a time of great experimentation. An RAF Belvedere helicopter hoisted
Look
the
at it, that's
80-foot
about
bronze
12
spire
different
onto the
kits.
new cathedral in Coventry.
I've got that. But I'm still
And
gonna
onto a
order the
super
new
kit,
version.
our 1/24 scale North American P-51D Mustang. First introduced in
124
1973
Mustangs
and
back.
last released in 2013.
Glasses.
Artwork by Roy
mosquito.
Cross. This release will include uncensored box art, including the bombs that were
Uncensored?
airbrushed out and later artwork.
Wow.
Onto some ships now.
The
The
PW127 is
1600 scale
$6.99, by
HMS
the way.
Ajax. First introduced in
It's not
1965
lost.
and last seen in our range in 1996. And
I like
last,
Ajax.
HMS Iron Duke. First released in 1970. This will be its first return since 2010.
Wow. I enjoy
That concludes our 2024 product range announcement. Stay connected through our social media and website channels for any more surprise announcements during the course of this year.
Hey!
Thanks for now.
That's all right.
Oh, that's
Well
Chinook.
done.
Lovely.
The twirly thing.
I'm very happy with this shit's releases.
So I think we just changed the
I've
colour
lit-
of that one.
I've literally pre-ordered like 9, 10, no, 11 things. There's actually more this year that I want than last year, which I kind of am shook by.
Yeah, same.
So no 1/100th scale Statue of Liberty. Damn it.
No. None of that.
No bear cat.
Oh, that bulldog. Oh.
That's quality, that Liberator.
That looks beautiful, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That coastal command colours. Oh,
Although note the ladder holding it up. Maybe that is going to be a tail sitter.
No
I feel
one-
like
90s tune, isn't it? The old one?
I was already planning on doing a Typhoon, so
Yeah.
now I'm going to use that one instead. I'm very happy because it's like for what I wanted to do, it will work even better. So I'm so happy.
Yeah. Right, folks. Here we are then. So this is the looks like all their new releases. There's 4 pages of it. Let's have a look at the Liberator because that just £46.99 for that one. 278 parts, skill level 3, two schemes, which is quite interesting because normally they'll whack in a third, wouldn't they? Normally for this one, but but it's
you
one.
show-
A lot of the bigger aircraft only have 2.
Mm.
Can you show the 2 schemes, Moss, on there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can. You go down.
Most of them don't have it on there
Oh
yet.
no, they haven't got it.
No.
No, he's just only put them up. They've only got
Yeah,
one picture.
That usually takes a bit longer for it.
They've got to
Yeah.
do the research for it.
Yeah, because he didn't show the 2 schemes in the video either.
No, he
No.
did show it for the Liberator. The other one's a silver one.
Mm.
Oh,
is
did he?
it?
I missed that.
Yeah.
I didn't miss that.
Sorry.
Mm.
Corky.
That looks great.
Want it.
So,
I'm surprised the website's held out because like last year it was pretty janky when like they announced everything. This year it actually seems to be okay.
That's because they're all watching Moss's channel instead.
Yeah, right. So we need to go back one, don't we?
My boyfriend's gonna be so angry at me.
4H. Normally it's the J and the D everyone does.
Yeah.
I think the H was used by the UK, the RAF. That's why they've chosen the H.
Wouldn't they have called it a Liberator Mark III though or something, not an H?
Possibly, yeah.
Come on, I can't load it up. Let's just get a bit. There you
What I
go.
did quite interesting is last night Moss was saying about they're not scared of bringing out products that everyone else is doing.
Oh,
Yeah.
You look, well, you got the likes of Armour Hobby, which are probably the best 72nd scale fighters out there. And they've done a 109, a P51, and a Spitfire.
Then
Yeah.
again, the BF-109 and the Mudman, they did what I said. Like, it's just like doing it differently, aren't they? Because they're like starter sets, which I think is great. I love them because I'm so lazy sometimes that just having it like an easy kit to do is so nice.
Mm.
I agree.
That Chinook. Looking at that, lovely box art again.
Yeah.
It's 34 quid, mind.
Mm.
There's 171 parts. That's a lot of parts for
Well, they are
1/72, isn't it?
they are big buggers though. That's
Yeah.
not
Are
a
they?
small helicopter.
What size have they got here then? I don't
I've already
see.
pre-ordered it.
no, they haven't got them. Have they got them?
42 centimeters.
Yeah, Moz, think of how big a helicopter is, and then make it bigger, and that's how big a Chinook is.
Yeah, I can imagine actually. Yeah, I didn't think of that.
It's quite big.
Yeah. Right, let's go back.
So big you could fit most of their other releases inside the back.
Hang on, is that right? 42 centimeters? That's longer than a 72nd scale Lancaster.
They are huge.
Yeah. It's the rotor blades and are large.
Sticking out the end.
42 centimeters, 25. Owen Company. The website's a bit slow, I'm afraid. They've always jumped on it, haven't they? So
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, doing pre-orders like me.
getting pre-orders in.
I don't see the point. I'd rather wait for them to come out and then buy them and bulk up to free post and packing.
That's a good shout.
I'm just very late.
And sometimes they arrive quicker as well.
Most of the time they arrive quicker. That's
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on. What's going on? Bloody site. Last year was all right. We were flicking through them quite easily, weren't we?
How much is the
I
wall?
remember it being bad last year as well.
Do you?
I remember it going down like
Yeah.
mostly last year. Or
I admit, as I was typing, I couldn't remember how to spell Lamborghini, so my spreadsheet has Lambanana Hurricane on it. Looks about right.
Yeah.
That is very interesting with the quick builds, making them more interactive.
Yeah.
So less realistic looking, like, from what I could see.
Yeah,
I'll go on website.
great for the youngsters.
Yeah, and great for probably me. I'll buy one and play with it.
Well, they've probably seen how the Kobe armor kits do, and they're designed for kids.
They're bloody expensive as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
I'll have you know, I'm 33. I'm still young.
Right, what other new tools was it again? It's the Shannon class, wasn't it? The Shannon class.
Yeah. The bulldog.
Yeah. So the starter set Mustang, BF-109, Eurofighter, and the lifeboat. You got the Chinook, the B-24, and the 48 Bulldog.
Mm.
When are all these released? Do we know?
They probably will tell you when you go on there. It will say like available.
Some of
Summer.
them say like winter, like I know
Spring.
that.
Oh, this is going to be a quick one. Spring 2024. So
Yeah, the B24 was spring as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
brilliant. How much is the walrus, boss?
have a look at it. That one's 20 quid, which ain't bad, is it? 54 parts.
You could like put a load of dinghies off the back of it as well.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it comes with a stand. It comes with a stand as well. Looks like, because that'll put people up in arms. I mean, they don't put stands in planes and the wheels out, but they put a stand in a lifeboat.
Yeah, but it's got no
It's the
figures.
start, was the start set though, isn't it? So they all come with them.
Yeah. What are you looking for? Which one was it?
Walrus, please,
Walrus.
boss.
Walrus. Let's look for Walrus. Walrus.
How much is that, Hampton? 20 quid. Bloody, was that all?
Mm.
That's the vintage classic, though, isn't it?
And was that the date on that? 20. There's the walrus.
There it is. 46.99.
When is it out?
Have a look. Spring 2024. So they must be getting some good ones in quick.
Yeah.
I'm having that.
Look, that's a pre-made model. That is. So they've that's tooled and everything ready to go. If they put them out with it already built, that means that's ready to go.
Well, it's a re-release, isn't it? So
Just new decals, really.
I'll get that in. Yeah.
lovely.
Lovely, simply lovely. Oh, come on.
Thank you, boss.
Yeah, that is beautiful. That,
Yeah.
and the box art's great as well.
Look at the Whitney, Moz. A minute.
Where's that to there?
Yeah.
40 quid for Whitley.
Yeah.
For Whitley.
There's a lot of parts in one of those.
How big is that, James?
It's. Oh, I've got one upstairs. 1 sec, I'll go and get it.
31 centimeters by 35. 152 parts in that, though.
Interesting little airplane.
I think we're all missing the fact that there'll be 2 new Tiger Moth versions.
So this is a new tool in this one.
No,
This isn't a new tool in.
no, it's quite. It's older. It's like from the early days of Airfix doing like really good work.
They're just showing the CAD. That's all.
Is it like the same era as that new tool Lancaster?
It might be. I know it was one of the really early ones that they did when they came back.
2015.
I was going to say, didn't say 2015?
So it's nearly 10 years old.
Again, according to Scalemates.
Nice.
But that's still good era Airfix. You know, these are good tools. Okay,
Yeah.
they're not going to be as ridiculously detailed as some of them, but they are really good.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it's from that era where they were really starting to push themselves.
Yeah. Do you know what? Have they played the blinder era? Or am I being a bit thick? 69 quid for a 124 scale Mustang. That's not bad, is it? 70 quid. What are the other ones like? I thought like the Hurricane was 100 odd quid, wasn't it?
You could get that kit 5 years ago for probably 30 quid, though, Moss.
Yeah,
Really?
I was going to say I bought the same kit for 30 quid on eBay. That's why I'm a bit.
1973 tool, in case anyone wanted.
It ain't very nice. It's like it needs retooling, that kit. Trouble is, we've got the Spitfire now, and they've spoiled us. So,
Yeah.
It's quite big, Nige.
Beautiful.
Is Alex gone? Is he?
Oh, yeah.
Internet issues.
Oh, yeah.
He said, "Screw you guys, I prefer Mr. Craft." I think. His
Yeah.
exact words.
No, probably rev out because they got more margin on them.
He's not here
40
to defend himself.
40
For the person who's in Scalemates, can somebody please tell me what was the original age of the Hampton?
Hampton,
Yeah.
no problem.
Like
Hampton.
68, 1968.
68, I think.
Yeah, 68 is
Yeah,
what Scalemates
68.
says.
I'm having that. That's going to be awesome. What a fantastic little build that'll be.
It's a shame the shape of the plane is so well. It looks like somebody sat on it.
Flying bookcase, flying suitcase.
Space.
Yeah. I do like them. They are very distinctive. But
Yes.
thankfully,
I've got an old kit of it, but I haven't got any decals, so I haven't built it yet, and I haven't been able to get any. So
yeah, but if you buy one, does it have 2 options? If it has 2 options, there you go.
I was thinking.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking if it's got 2 options, then I'm
Well,
sorted.
the last time it was released, it had 3 options.
You're saying here everything's expected spring 2024. I can't see that.
I mean, the Hampton isn't.
Guarantee, is it?
It could be a placeholder anyway. You never know.
No,
Not
some
hold
of them
them-
say it.
not hold it
because
too hard.
Hampton says winter.
Bristol Bulldog.
Oh, see, I don't want to get into 48th because it's a slippery slope. But
Is it?
yeah, once you start, yeah, I'm used to spending £10 on a Spitfire. I don't
Next-
want to
next
be spending
VFC
30 quid in a biplane.
Next VFC will be getting wing nut wings kits.
Exactly. Yeah, that's how it works.
No, they didn't mention the Airfix Club last year, I don't think.
I don't think so. Does anyone know when that's likely to be requiring payment? Is that this? It's usually
That's
January.
I always pay first of the year, like beginning of the year. I always pay it.
I renewed just after they made the announcement last year, and that was, as I recall, the end of January. So.
Yeah, well, I might wait until I get an email.
So that's 30 quid, mind. 148, 28.99, 120 parts. I bet that engine's going to be a bit of a brute to put together.
No, I think it will be easy to put together, but will take some real good skill to make it look fantastic. But I reckon people will.
Yeah.
All right, time to send the list of pre-orders over to my boyfriend and see how much he gets angry.
For me personally, even though I probably won't be buying it, the Bulldog I think is the star of the announcement to me because it's something a little bit different. It's that interwar period, rather than obviously the Chinook is fantastic as well, but interwar period biplane, more of that for me.
The Chinook and the lifeboat they start to me. I think it's nice to see a boat in the starter set, and it gives me an excuse to do the old one, even though everyone hates it. and the Chinook, like I did actually buy the Belvedere before, and now I've got the Chinook, the new Chinook. So I'm really excited to do some more helicopters this year because they're so cute, but I just never do them, and now I have an excuse to. I like the Chinook; looks gorgeous.
Well, I'm now going to have to find space on a shelf for a B-24.
Yeah.
Did I have Typhoon down as one of my? I'm sure I said a Eurofighter.
Yeah, as a starter set. Yeah,
You and me both said it last year, didn't we? The new tool Eurofighter.
I was expecting a starter set of it because it makes sense now. The FA vibes out.
Yeah.
How much that was?
He said it'll be
20 quid.
What's that, my friend?
You said last night about Typhoon, and somebody else in the chats or in the group said, "Yeah, it'll be 99.99."
Yeah. So they got a Eurovision fight Typhoon to come. That's pretty good. That's
points.
No, it always makes me laugh because when what's he called? RAF Luton on Twitter talk about the Typhoon and the Eurofighter. He always calls it the Eurovision fighter. Do you know what I mean?
I actually finished machining the first 2 combustion chambers for that aircraft.
Really?
You know, the first ones that they flew with RB199 engines out of a Tornado. But the first EJ200 powered Typhoon, I finished machining the first 2 combustion chambers.
Yeah.
I was so chuffed.
What else did they have?
I'm interested to see how this D-Day fighter gift set will go because it's at 50 quid. It's just under, or more or less bang on RRP for them.
Yeah.
But you get all of the paints and things as well, which I know for some people will be a turn off and for others will be fine. But interesting, if that ends up in sales, you could get yourself a big selection of kits for not as much.
Did you say it comes with one stand that holds all 5 aircraft?
Yeah, they're doing that again, aren't they?
So will that just be like 5 aircraft in a row, or will they be all like sort of dynamic?
They'll all be chasing the 109, I think. Line stern.
No, they'll have it in Christmas tree formation like the Red Arrows, won't they? I just want to say the out of all the builds I've done recently, like the Spitfire, the Messerschmitt, the Focke-Wulf, I enjoyed building the Hawker Tempest Mark V more than any of the others. I thought it was a classic.
Yeah,
really
the
nice
Tempest
build.
is absolutely beautiful. I think the P51 is also really nice, but there's just something very special about that Tempest kit. They did so well.
Can I just point out, right? They're putting in 2 poly cements tubes.
2 bin fillers, yeah.
Why don't they just put 1 precision poly in?
Why don't they
instead?
just put a good cement in?
Especially if it's not a starter set. Like, just
Moss, something's just dawned on me.
Don't go there.
Do they use that glue because it's safer for children?
No, I don't think it's that. It's
more cement, sort of 14 and over, and that's 8 and over or something.
No, it's
that glue, it doesn't stick.
You shouldn't really be brushing your teeth with any poly cement, to be honest.
I would have thought the other glue's safer. Like the jar one has like a child lock on it, doesn't it? You can push. You could literally put a child lock in it, can't you?
In my
you have to
experience,
push
that
down on
glue
it.
does not stick polystyrene together.
Because the Revell contactor is on 8, you know what they call it, 8+ kits. So these would be as well. I just think it's a price point, but you know, you give them, you know, they bring, you know, if they gave them one of these, you can see that on the screen on the top there, one of them, that's all they need. Why put 2 of them and just put one of these in? I don't understand it, you know.
You've got to have something to make your sprue goo with, haven't you?
Yeah. That's on my pre-order list, I reckon. I'm going to go through in a minute, get with pre-orders because the quick builds I'll buy. Going down through the Chipmunk. Yeah, that was a 4-year-old release now. Has it been 4 years, the Chipmunk? When
there's one behind me.
You're trying to think. It was a chap in charge of Airfix before Dale.
The box says 2021.
Yeah, sold that Chipmunk.
Yeah.
Well, 2.5. I got it when it was first out in August 21. I bought it at the Bristol show, I remember.
Yeah.
So how many new toolings in 1/72 are there this year? 4.
437.
The Chinook and B24. And then there's the starter sets, which is, I don't know, what scale was the lifeboat? I wasn't paying attention.
1/72.
So that's 6.
How many
And
148 new toolings are there?
That would be the Bulldog.
Yeah, I
So,
think that was the other one.
so we can basically say during the next year there'll be a few 148s being special announcements made.
I hope so.
I'm going to get a T-shirt with special announcement reveal or on my shirt, like, you know, every time they do one.
It's an interesting splattering across the board. They've not focused on any one era, which I think is good because you're more likely to please everyone. So the addition of a Chinook, I think, is really interesting. You don't tend to see many helicopters from Airfix.
I'm very excited by it.
So that MiG-17s, I think that is absolutely, that's a brainchild. That is, you know, to have the American. Dozier said, "For fuck's sake, don't get that T-shirt." So I'm going to sell these, by the way, the Airfix 148. You know, so if anybody wants one, get in contact. I'm not. This is Airfix. Remember, this is Airfix air conditioning, and the unit is the #1 and the 48 size fan on it. All right, so no copyright here. Yeah, you know,
what does that mean, Moss?
Pardon, mate?
My Airfix shirt. What does that mean?
Good shot, that. I love that. I love that scheme.
That's really smart. Yeah,
it is, isn't it?
That's it. Mine's going in the bin. I'm buying that one when it comes. No, I'm not really.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
It's got a ton of weight in the front, so it's not a tail
You
setter
need-
boat.
yeah, but that's when I first used that liquid gravity. That's the first time I used it, was on that one. That must be a 2020 tooling, isn't it?
Behind me. I don't just have every Airfix kit behind me, by the way. Only half a dozen.
Yes, you do.
2019.
Yeah.
And it is really nice. It's my fault that mine looks rubbish.
I do like it. It's a good kit. Come on. Why is he not going back?
I would also like to reiterate that I will do almost anything for free Airfix chipmunks.
The Belvedere.
That's all you're doing.
The Belvedere. I wonder if they're going to retool or whether the glass will be any good. Because the one I've got, the glass is terrible in it. Hopefully they've done something with the glass.
Well, is it all scratched or is it too thick?
It's just too thick.
I doubt they've changed that.
Well,
that'd be a hell of a lot of work, especially on a clear.
I don't know. They have done on some of the older vintage classics. They like completely redid the glass section. So
it's a sausage dog with fans attached.
I've gone for the original. See, there's my one there. If you can just see it. I know I'm in the corner at the moment. Nobody puts baby in the corner, but yeah, the glass. The best bit of the glass was the stand. Yeah. And that's actually maybe. Oh, you know what? Yeah, because it is a 2-half glass. That's what it means. If you see that, it's 2 halves.
Yeah,
that's the issue. They are a bit thick. Well, maybe get away with it. I don't know.
I think the P1127 will be an interesting, easy kit for people to build.
Which one? Sorry,
P1127.
Yeah, that one.
Let's have a look. You're back.
So was that $6.99 or something like that?
Yeah.
Not very much at all for a little jet. That'll be a nice weekend build for people.
That's 15 quid. That Belvedere, 15. That's a lot of money. I'm not just saying. It's a lot. Unless they've redone the glass, I think that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Which one did you say was the cheap kit?
P1127, that one. The silver one.
Where am I looking?
The Harrier. That isn't a Harrier.
$6.99.
Bottom right.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think a pint of beer is a $5, you know, and you're saying that Belvedere's too expensive, Moss. A magazine's £7 now.
I know that. But what I'm saying is that that there $6.99. I would have thought the Belvedere would be around the £9 mark. That's 15 quid's expensive for a vintage classic in 172.
Well, the Hampton's 20 quid, isn't it? Do you think that's expensive?
I agree. Hey, sunflowers.
Yeah. Okay. I'll get it anyway because I'm gonna. What was the the P51D Mustang? So that's a new tooling, isn't it?
Yeah.
Starter set.
Look, it's been weathered by Sully.
Mm-hmm.
There's no silver paint in there.
What do you mean?
Oh no, those colours don't represent.
No colours. No, don't ignore the colours.
That's just generic. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Ignore the man behind the curtain. All right. That's just a generic thing. Okay, that's just a generic. Because to be fair, when are you going to paint anything with that blue? Do you know what I mean? It's a card color, isn't it? Like, you know, and that green. So yeah. I love the box art. It's actually got the shells coming out of the weapons. Yeah. There. Can you see that?
Mm.
It's actually firing. That's a nice.
I didn't think they showed stuff like that anymore. I thought it was a bit sort of, you know, nasty for people to have to look at.
Mm.
No, that was the case with their mentality a few years back, but no, not these days.
Yeah. What they call it? What's
sanitize?
Sanitize, yeah. Roy Cross was devastated. They did that to a lot of his kits, didn't they? A lot of his box art.
They satanized it.
I think it was the 24th scale Mustang. I think Luke said they've actually adjusted the picture to take out some bombs.
Yeah.
No, they put them back in, is what they're saying.
I put it back in.
They put them back in. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. It was previously sanitized when it was released in the 80s, I think.
I was too excited about the walrus.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just say, for a starter set, that's really nice. I reckon you could probably get the what they called the masking set, and the original masking set will probably fit that. If you think about it, all they've done is simplified the build. So I reckon the canopy should be pretty bang on to the measurement they've got in the ranges already.
So is your next badge going to be super detailed starter set 109?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I would absolutely
said how many ME 109s you can get.
Well, I'll take that challenge. Super detailed 109.
Do you know what though, lads? Right, 12 quid, and it comes with your paints, your brushes, and your glue. You can't knock these starter sets, can you?
Yeah.
The paints, the brushes, and the glue don't really mean anything because they all go in my kind of Airfix start set box, and they stay there, never be touched again. You know, as a just in case they're needed.
The brushes are good for weathering. The glue's good for the bin.
Well, I mean, I've only ever used my glue from the starter set for making sprue glue with, to be honest.
It works for that, does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But using good glue for it seems like a waste of money. And, you know, I've got all this Airfix stuff sitting around doing nothing. So there's no reason not to.
Can I ask a question that I don't know the answer to, as something that's just dawned on me? The classic re-releases, do they come with a stand?
I don't know. I doubt it because it would be
not usually.
Would have had a stand with it, wouldn't it?
I wouldn't have said so. You can buy them on the website though, can't you? Stands?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, they're not really my thing, to be honest. I wouldn't build an aircraft with a stand, but you know, I know people who do. So, like my dad likes putting aircraft on stand, but for me, it's just kind of stick it on the shelf and leave it as it is.
Yeah, stick it on a shelf and let it get covered in dust.
Well, in my case, dog hair.
If Luke's still here, I want that now, please. Now. Don't wait to release it. Release it today.
I will point out that as I said before, these secret releases, this is just what they've announced in their range. And he said in there that they will be bringing out lots of extra releases during the year.
Yeah.
So what you see now, expect another three new toolings as they come through, and a couple more vintage classics. Definitely, I like that strategy. I like the idea that they push out these extra releases. It's something exciting, you know. And to be fair, we're going to pre-order a lot of these kits now that we won't see till November, December later on in the year. So to have stuff that they're just releasing bang and it's there for us to buy, excuse me, is perfect. So yeah. But I'm really excited by a lot of these.
Yeah. I mean, as long as they do come out, like in the spring, that is. Because, you know, remember, like 3 years ago, they announced the K2Y, and then, like, halfway through last year, we actually got it.
Yeah.
So, you know, I know they have problems with the suppliers in India, but...
There are still a few things from last year, such as the... obviously, I'd know this. The 48th Tiger Moth in the second colours, so the other options, that still hasn't come out yet, and that was due for autumn last year. Yeah, it happens.
I can beat that. Trumpeter announced the 132nd scale Devastator in 2006. It came out in 2023.
Well, Hattons have announced a new batch of Andrew Barclay 040s, and oh wait, no, that's not going to happen.
Well, like the class 66s and Rails of Sheffield and their Terrier. Well, folks, let's have a look at the chat. Anyone got any comments in the chat? Put in there, what's your thoughts of the Airfix releases this year? I'm really excited by it. Let me just text Dale and see if he's going to pop on and have a chat with us. You popping on? You popping on? We had a bit of feedback with him when he came on originally, but he may pop on with some headphones on or something. That'd be good. Him and Luke could come on. But as I said, there's as you know, my credit card is cleared. I will be pre-ordering. I'll tell you what I'm going to pre-order. I will say I'm not going to bother with the Mustang, okay? But the gift set, the D-Day Fighter gift set, the Liberator. I'm not going to touch the Walrus because it's rigging. I'll get the Whitley, the Cromwell. I'll probably get. I've got a lifeboat already, and you know it's the chinook. Go on.
I have a handy trick for things like the Walrus for the rigging. Yeah. Just build it without and leave it in a very spider-populated shed.
Yeah.
Or look at it from 2 feet away.
Yeah. The Chinook, the Bristol Bulldog, I'll probably get. The Tomahawk. Oh, I don't know about that. Have I got one already?
Was that 48th? Yeah, isn't it?
It's 48th one, yeah.
The Messerschmitt beat up. No, I've got the Chipmunk already. Dale said, "Are we going to be nice if he pops on?" Of course, we're going to be nice to Dale if he pops on.
I'm creating a list of questions based around why haven't you announced?
Yeah, that's right. Got any questions? The Swift, I probably will get the Swift for 23 quid. It's a pretty good price for that plane.
Can you write Taylor on the side of it, please?
I think I might get the Swift as well because I've never built one at all.
So. Yeah. The Meteor, I avoided last year. I got the one from the Airfix Club package, so I won't be doing that. What are they releasing this year again? It was the
Typhoon and Spitfire.
Yeah, Typhoon and Spitfire. So you get 2 kits in one, don't you, on that one?
I think for what's it in giggles, it'll be the 1/600 scale ships from the vintage
Ajax
range
and Iron Duke.
Mm.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, the Iron Duke. I might have a little play out. I will get that Hampton just for the crack. I've already got the Shannon class lifeboat. I'll be definitely getting both the quick builds. I'll get because I just like building quick builds. The Eurofighter will be a defo, not the dogfight doubles. Not for me then. We got the MiG 17. I've already built. Oh yeah, I probably will get that just because of that scheme and build that. Not the Ajax. Is it Ajax or is it Ajax? Is it Ajax or Ajax?
It's Ajax. Yeah, HMS Ajax.
The Belvedere I'll probably get just because of I've got the old one here. I'll compare the two of them. The quick builds, not really. Not there because I've already done them two anyway, haven't I? The Lamborghini. No, that's a new tool, isn't it? The Huracan.
The Lambanana, yeah.
Yeah. The Audi TT Coupe. They've done an Audi TT already, haven't they? So I've done so many quick. I can't remember.
That's close to a Beetle, Moss.
Yeah, it's close to a Beetle. Yeah, we'll take that on the chin.
There's a Beetle. They already do Beetles, don't they?
What's that? Sorry.
They already do Beetles. They got a Coca-Cola one and a.
Yeah. They haven't got a proper starter set version. Hawker Typhoon, yeah, maybe worth a crack. Gloucester Gladiator.
Oh, that Gladiator is one of my favourite kits to build.
Yeah. I'll probably get the Mustang and the Messerschmitt in starter set as well. Get ready. Dale's coming in. The Spitfire, the Mark, no, it's 12 quid. It's not bad. The Perverse I'm not going to bother with because I've got so many of them. Spitfire Mark 1A. I think everybody's got one of them in their stash from Audi. It's just new scheme, isn't it?
I think I've got 5.
But that's $8.99. That one. That's 9 quid for a Spitfire. And the Messerschmitt BF 109E. So that's another 9 quid one there. But again, you've been picking them up from Audi for $6.99, haven't you? The plastic. The catalogue $8.99. I have to get my catalogue in. And the Hawker P1127 for 7 quid. Then you've got the figures as well. The
P1127, please.
P1127. What did I say? Who's you got with him? Oh, we've got a designer in. Get ready.
It's a Kestrel, isn't it, James?
It's definitely.
It's a Kestrel, isn't it?
Technically, no. Well, the last
Hi, guys.
the 11.276 prototypes was
Right.
the development one for the Kestrel.
Right.
Afternoon,
Anyway,
gentlemen.
hello Dale.
Hello.
How are you, my friend?
How you doing?
Really well, really well. So, interesting this year again. Some interesting releases.
Yeah, I thought I'd. Well, there's only 3 of us left in the office, so Amanda wasn't too keen on going on video just yet. She's busy fighting you all off on social media at the moment, and so I thought I'd drag Matt in with us, who is
Oh, yeah.
our design manager's here. So,
Hey, Matt.
Where's Brooke then? Where's Brooke?
she was here. She said go on, like a
Did
normal
she?
person. Yeah.
Oh,
Chris.
we like Brooke.
Oh, all right. Well.
I just want to make sure, like, I don't want to upset her or nothing. Like, she texts me saying if I'm ready or not. I said, of course I'm ready. It's, yeah, oh, Brick. Hiya. Can I just say, I'm really excited. There's some really good releases here this year. The lifeboat, yes. Yeah, can you send me that one for tomorrow? Send it next day if you can for me. That'd be brilliant. So I can have something to read. Or to look at anyway.
Will you be doing that to all your people, Luke? You did last year, didn't you?
My name's Dale.
Sorry, Dale. Sorry, Luke. Sorry, Luke.
You've been saying that for the last hour.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Luke. Nice to see you, Luke.
Yeah.
You've
Too much
the
business
lifeboat with the Shannon class looks really nice. What just put me with the lifeboat, that is really quite interesting because I thought that would have come out as a vintage classic. I'll tell you the reason why, because that was really a homebrew design product, wasn't it?
Yeah, so that was one of the there's about a handful of products that were designed at the very end of Humbrol, but never released as Humbrol. So we inherited the designs and tools. I think they may have even been tooled up.
Yeah.
But they were at a point where Airfix, as it is now, owned by Hornby Hobbies, had very little input apart from putting the box and packaging and stuff together. So it sort of sits on that edge. So there's a few others. TSR2.
Yeah.
48 scale TSR2, which was actually designed by us, wasn't it? 48 scale. It was a Cole one.
No, the 172nd one.
It's the Stratos 4 bits.
Right. And then the 48 scale Lightning, that was a Humbrol design. So
yeah,
it stands the test of time really, really well. So if we ever consider bringing that back, or when, not this year, I haven't just let someone go, but you know, we have to make a decision on what that would look like. So
yeah, because like the B1 Lancer as well. That's Humbrol over to Airfix release as well, isn't it? The B1B Lancer.
Well, that's long time Humbrol tool. So
yeah, that 80s, isn't it?
Yeah. So as I said, there's about a handful of products that were designed by Humbrol but never released under their umbrella, if you know what I mean. So there's a bit of a grey area. And that lifeboat, the 7 class lifeboat, sits in that grey area. So, but we thought it was a great opportunity to bring that one back to the range with the Shannon class starter set.
Yeah.
So, will the 7 class sit in our range for very long? Unlikely. Most probably a year or so. We'll do a couple of production runs, and then that'll be it for a long time. So.
Well, as I said, it's not the easiest kit to build. I talked about it on Airfix and Chill because Luke from Black Rifle Model Works asked me about it because I've got one on the shelf ready to go have another crack at it. He only got halfway through and gave up on it. I'm gonna have another go with it this year. So now you've got the Shannon one, I'm gonna have a crack at that too. But
chalk and cheese.
Yeah, I think because it's a little bit different, that the new Shannon class is something I'm really excited about. It's been designed as a starter set, but it's based on the original RNLI CAD designs, so the shape is spot on. It's a really fun little build. I think it's about 45 parts. The cabin on top is a single piece molding, like a car body shell kind of thing. So the clear parts just clip up inside, and then it's just a case of putting the detail bits on the top. So yeah, it's a really fun little build. Yeah.
Can I just say that I've spoken to a lot of people about these starter sets. When you build them up and you sprayed them, weathered them, you don't know if it's a starter set or not, and that is the beauty of it. I think, like I said, like the Spitfire from Pramjit that he did, why the beauty of building that Spitfire was the canopy, the way it fits on with just one little bit of glue, one bit of cement, and it's just sat there. And that's the beauty of them. And you can't tell, you really can't. If you put them up, I've done it. I've put the both of them up, and nobody can tell the difference. And I think, as I say, I don't think people should narc at these.
No, I guess it's
yeah. Go on.
Well, connection. I guess it's what do you want as a modeler? Do you want to go to hyper detail, which so if you went to Telford this year or last year rather, what year were you in? And there was some absolutely outstanding builds in 72nd scale that just had so many parts on. I mean, the builds that won our competition in there was 72nd scale, and you'd most probably need to go for the classic version there. But if you're not interested in putting a ton of small PE on stuff or whatever, then the starter set is for you. I mean, if you just want to sit there and a Mojo build, we quite often refer them to, don't we? Right? Yeah.
I mean, things like the little Land Rover starter set. On the Saturday afternoon at Telford, I sat and built one in about 45 minutes, and it was really good fun chatting to people. But I actually found one in the competition. So,
well, that's what I did with the Sherman tank and the Tiger One. I took it to a model club, and I had them both built within the 2 hours I was there. Because it's the tracks, isn't it? It was all the track and the wheels. Because those are the bits that take the time. So as I said, Black Rifles just said that he's already planning a diorama for the Shannon and the Sea King. So you've already got a winner on that one. So
that's really good.
That would make a good gift set, having the Shannon and the. Oh no, they wouldn't be at the same time, would they?
No. So, although of course the Sea King is still flying around in the UK in private hands, as you know. So that's quite
have a bit of a false perspective on it.
Yeah,
doesn't quite work, but there's loads of opportunities, and we're keeping the Yellow Sea King in our hanging gift set range. So that range is getting smaller this year. With us adding more starter sets, brand new tool starter sets, so naturally that other range will start to get smaller. So all with the aim of someone's first modelling experience being the best it can possibly be. So crazy.
What inspired the B24 for release? A lot of cleanup of modes.
Well, that's a brand new tool. So
that's a brand new tool, isn't it? Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. Sorry, ignore me. Oh yeah, that's what he's saying. Is it a new? Is it for a release? Was it because the other one? No, you've never done a B24, have you?
No.
There's a B24 in the range.
There was a B24 in the range.
Yeah, it's quite long in the tooth now. So it's carried on that range. We've got the Lancaster B17 that we've done a few years ago. So B24 was the logical next one to go alongside those.
You've got a new Mitchell as well, haven't you? Fairly new Mitchell.
Yeah.
And a fairly new Wellington. So it's all fun. We need a new Hampton now in 148 scale, please.
Well, we've got to keep the 72nd scale modelers happy.
Yeah.
So you've aimed for 72nd this year, have you?
I mean, I remember a lot of people commenting last year that there was very little in 72nd, and they were sort of right, although we did release a few later in the year. So January is just our January release. So it doesn't take a miracle to work out that there's clearly some other stuff up our sleeve, and I'm not sure how I could have made it more obvious at the end of that video, but without standing there with a list of what else we're going to release. But you guys have also noticed that a lot of the release dates for the stuff that we've announced is very much first half of the year.
Yeah.
So we're certainly, as it currently stands, we're certainly not planning a second year, 1 day big release. Expect something like we did last year.
So you'll probably have like another, you know, like the Sea King release. You would probably do something like that, you know, near the
maybe Moz, maybe. But then if I invite you somewhere, you're all going to work out why. So I might invite you.
I think NDA should be signed, definitely.
If you get invited to Hawaii,
my mouth shut where I was going. I never told anyone where
I know you did. No, yeah,
me and
I
Matt,
mean,
me and Matt for Modern Minutes discuss things together, but that's the only thing.
We're at the early stages of planning some of some additional bits and pieces for you guys.
Well, it's going to be 1/35 extra somewhere because you've only done a re-release, haven't you, with the proper on the cromwell. I'm presuming you'll do some more 1/35 this year because you're going to have to. You can't just.
Let's talk about what we've just announced, not what we haven't just announced.
Okay. Fair enough. Messerschmitt and what was the other one in the starter set range?
Mustang.
The Mustang. Love it. Absolutely. I thought there'd be a Beetle this year. Disappointed there wasn't a Beetle in the starter set range, but that's really, and the Eurovision Typhoon. Oh, Eurovision again. Sorry, RAF Luton on Twitter calls it the Eurovision Typhoon. It makes me laugh.
Well, that's a special edition that needs to happen, isn't it?
Yeah, the Eurovision one. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about those three products, if you think about like air show staples, then all three of those very much are, and then the fourth being the RNLI Shannon class lifeboat, which is on TV pretty much every evening now. So and the RNLI do an amazing job. So anything we can do to support them there and help each other get the amazing work that they do out. So the 109 and the P51, needed starter set treatment, brand new tool design, ethos behind it. And then the Eurofighter, I think one of you guys mentioned earlier that not sure what I just dodged. That the Eurofighter is, I mean, that's Humbrol design. It was like based on the early.
It's based on the pre-production.
So because we've got the F-35B set in our brand new starter set range on its TOD, so having something to sit alongside that, and Eurofighters are going to be at air shows for many years to come across Europe. So it made sense to have something there as well with that, and it comes with a shadow stone. I would caveat that the Eurofighter is a very much a late year release, so don't sit there expecting it to be released in May or June. It isn't. It is currently planned for back end of the year.
Which one was that?
Eurovision.
Eurovision. Okay, fair enough.
The starter sets, are they simplified kits?
Yes.
Or are they 1/72 scale kits with paints?
No. So anything with a starter set label on has been designed with the ethos of it needs to be a simple low part count build. But once, as Moz was saying earlier, once you put it together, and it could have 30 parts or something, but once it's together, you would not know that only contained 30 parts opposed to 76 parts. I think the Mark 5C Spitfire starter set's got 26 parts, and the classic release that Paramount designed at the same time, released in the classic range, has got 76 parts. Same scale, absolutely everything. When you built and put them together next to each other, you have no idea which is which.
Right.
So it's all about making the first experience of any modeler, regardless of age or whatever, the best it can be. So they come back for a second, and then so on and so on. Because we all know that it's not the subject matter; it's the hobby that people get hooked onto. So yeah.
Because the old starter sets were just reboxed kits, weren't they?
They were. Then a few years ago, we started doing a big change and all of that. So we removed the starter set branding from anything that hasn't been designed as I've just explained. So that program's been going now for the last 3 years or so.
Yeah. So the whole, as Dale was saying, it's they're aimed at beginners, so they're easy to put together. We put a lot of effort into redesigning the instructions so that you can, if you've got no experience of building a model kit before, it takes you through literally down. We've got a sheet that goes in that explains how to cut the parts off the frame, like how to put the decals on. In the instructions, it even tells you, indicates where to put the glue on the parts. So they're real sort of guiding you into the brilliant hobby that is model making, and to give someone a good experience once they've worked through a couple of the starter sets, and they can progress on to the sort of main range kits. But at the same time, they're great for people that just want a quick weekend build, or something to take on a weekend away, like to do something in the evenings, whatever. They're really good fun.
Just great. Yeah, Graham's comment there. So does that mean that we get a better Shan class model later? No, nothing planned. And again, just to reiterate what's already been said, once these things are built, you cannot tell whether it's from our original range with hyper detailed or not. So if you're into scratch building stuff, then there's enough space in that lifeboat model to add all the interior and everything. It's just like a car body shell that gets plonked on top.
I mean, although the parts are simplified, we've still put the same attention to making them accurate and making sure all the shapes are right. And so if you want to go to town detailing something up, they're still a really good basis.
But in the same way that we did our F-35, so you can build one of those really well, put it next to someone else's 72nd scale F-35, and you'd struggle to tell, but there's certain areas that make it a bit obvious. But
the F-35 is a really nice kit.
Yeah, thank you.
All of those starter sets, all the ones I've seen, are just fantastic. And that's from someone who never used to make starter sets, even when I was a starter. Whereas now I'm more happy to.
Definitely try the 43rd scale cars, because we think a lot of modelers actually steer clear of anything labelled with a starter set, because they think that they're perhaps beyond needing something labelled as a starter set, because they're not a starter. They've been in the hobby. They've been doing the hobby for many years, but actually they're wonderful model kits in their own right, forgetting the label starter set. So there's a whole different skill. So James's question.
You are donating to the RNLI. Have you donated to the Royal Air Force Benevolent Fund or other armed forces charity? Looks like something to try and improve your ESG score.
So we are donating to the RNLI, and we always have done as part of releasing their products. It's a licensed product with them. We have previously worked with the RAF Benevolent Fund and Help for Heroes, and I think there's a number of other charities. We focus outside of license and royalty agreements, we focus a lot of our charity work with Models for Heroes. So without wanting to dilute any of the activity that we do, we'd rather just have one main charity, and that's Models for Heroes. So
on your gift set for the dogfight, the D-Day set, phenomenal. 5 kits under 50 quid. Couldn't you have just put one of these bloody cements in there instead of those?
That was coming.
But what? Go on, Nigel asked, because I don't believe it's to do with age. It is a cost price, isn't it?
No, well, not necessarily with that one, Moz. So where we make that glue, for example, we get it hyper detailed with this, but where we make that glue might not be the same place we make our kits in India. So to have in our manufacturing unit in India, we've got millions of paint pots and of those little 3 mil pots, and we have millions of those little glues. So then to turn around and go, we want this one different glue for this one gift set, it can get quite expensive, quite costly to move all that around. It's not necessarily a unit price of that one thing. So that's one of the reasons that we don't start chopping and changing glues.
So I'm saying,
stuff.
when you run out of those tough paste glues, you're going to start putting these in instead.
Well, that would be an option, wouldn't it? So we could say that anything larger than a starter set starts getting a large size glue, and then we can start moving bigger bulk over. Then we have a plan to use it across all our range. We're not currently, but I've been conscious of time because I literally nicked Matt from what he was doing. So we've got 15 minutes, and then we're going to have to put off. But
yeah, that's fine. Just the other thing was just that I remember when we had the discussion up at Duxford, and I was talking about the starter sets, and you were saying that that you're developing this branding of starter sets with simplified kits. And then the old style kits that you had, which were like starter sets, you were going to make them into gift sets. Is that the plan for the future now, to start releasing kits with the paints and the glue inside and make them into gift sets?
What of our starter set tooling?
No. You originally you said that the idea of getting an old tooling into a model and then making them a starter set by adding paints and glue, that really wasn't the vision, because the kits weren't really designed for people who are into the hobby, get into the hobby. But you said that you had a plan of bringing out gift sets of tooling. So say, for instance, the MiG-17 that you've just released, is there a plan to make them into gift sets where it comes with the paints and the glue and the brushes?
No. So that would go against what I said. So the aim that...
No, not starter sets.
Yeah, so in a perfect world, anything labelled starter set or gift set would be of our starter set design ethos mentality. Yeah, so it's all been designed with the beginner in mind from the outset. So low part count, high detail, low part count, really easy to put together. So that's why you've got 2 new Dogfight double sets this year. So one directly replaces an old one, which is the 109 and the Spit. Yeah. Why would I keep old tooling not designed for a beginner in something called a gift set that's aimed to be gifted to someone that doesn't necessarily build models?
And that's not the point. That wasn't what I'm saying. I'm just saying you at the time you said we're making new tools for starters, adding paints and glue and brushes. Okay. Yeah. And you said that you were looking at developing a range of gift sets for the modelers who are experienced, but they're not going to be called starter sets. They're going to be called gift sets. The latest, like I just said, the latest MiG-17, even though it's not a Dogfight double, would you release that as a gift set with paints, glues, and cement?
No.
Okay.
Wires crossed there, Moz.
I think, it was your wires crossed. That's what you told me. I got it on video anyway. I'll find it out again.
A serious question. I'd like a serious answer. The Hampton, when is it going to be released?
Come on, Nigel.
Because everything says spring. Is it all going to be?
That's because we want to be as vague as we can, Nigel. Hang on.
I really want to build that Hampton.
Do you want to share the screen?
Will it be on a Tuesday?
To be fair, same. I really want that.
Yeah.
Currently October.
That's spring 2024, is it?
So our dates are always moving, out of our control, and there's things kicking off around the world that are impacting shipping dates and things as well. So, which we are very much being impacted by right now. That might come forward, Nigel. It's unlikely that it will. If we find that we're not ready with artwork for a load of other things, but that one is, then we will of course plug the gap and get it onto a ship as soon as we can. So, but at the moment that's later. So you've also got to bear in mind that when we printed the catalogue, not that you've seen that yet, but a lot of those dates on the website come from the catalogue. That was 2 months ago. So things are constantly changing, and. So yes, we just have to manage that. So yeah, sorry, it's October at the moment.
I'll answer this question then from Ollie, and then I want to ask you a few questions, Chris, if that's all right.
Yeah.
Are any of the new toolkits being manufactured in the UK? Because I don't know whether you've opened up a honeypot when you got the Spitfire made in the UK. People are really keen that you have some sort of manufacturing in the UK. Just wondering if that's going to be a possibility.
No, nothing that we've listed today is being made in the UK.
So there you go. Listed today. Fair play.
So
Chris,
where is the 124th Wildcat being made then?
Oh, that's
What's that?
he's winding up. Chris, which ones did you have your hand in? Which ones did you design? Obviously the Shannon. Which other kits have you designed this year?
Matt. Chris
Matt,
is
sorry.
on
What did I say Chris for? Sorry, Matt. I do apologise.
Greg and Luke sat here. Look.
Yeah.
Be careful now, Matt, because
no, I didn't design the Shannon.
Okay.
That was my colleague Adam, who sadly just departed us.
so for another job. He hasn't.
He's still alive. He's still alive. He's gone to.
And he's died. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
He's gone to go and build nuclear power stations. But
wow.
The bulldog. What was announced today, the Bristol Bulldog, which was a really fun project. We were at we went down to the Bristol Aerospace Museum because they'd found after we pestered them a lot, they actually found the whole set of original Bristol drawings from the 1920s on tiny little slides. They had over 1,000 drawings, and me and our researcher spent 2 days in the archive room scanning them in. So we were the first people to look at those drawings since the 1960s.
Wow.
So the kit has been sort of painstakingly designed from all those original 1920s drawings.
I remember the little drawings on a card, and you put them in the machine, and that's the drawing I want, and then you print it out in a big A1 drawing, and it was about as clear as mud.
So did you get like what I remember? I'll say Chris, when we did the Spitfire, he was talking about that graph with the dots on. Did you have one of them so you could see the shape of the fuselage? Or was that after?
We had things that were similar. We had all the sort of individual frame drawings. We had some really good drawings of all the individual wing ribs. So yeah, it's sort of literally a case of finding all the drawings, because it was the drawings for all the different versions, and sort of cropping them down and almost building like a 3D model just of all the drawings, and then we can sort of do a big dot to dot essentially.
What was the engine on that Bulldog?
It's a Bristol Jupiter.
Yeah, that's right. They've got one of them up at the where the Concorde is in what's it called?
Filton.
Yeah, they got one in Filton, haven't they? Fantastic.
Yeah, that's where we went to scan all the drawings.
Oh yeah. So I mean, in Filton. Did you scan the engine as well? Did you while you were there? Because they got the real.
We actually laser scanned the Bulldog that's up at Hendon.
Right. Okay.
But then as we got into the project and started comparing it to all the drawings, because that aircraft was rebuilt, because it was I think in the 80s it was crashed, so it was rebuilt for static display, but they didn't have any of the proper drawings, so they put it together as best they could. But when we started comparing the scan to the original drawings, it was quite different. So we've gone with the drawings rather than the scan on this one.
Thank you. I always tell people, don't rely on restored aircraft.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, that's it, isn't it? They're all Frankensteins, aren't they, really? They're bits here and bits there. So, anything that was difficult for you on that design for that Bulldog?
Yeah, I mean, there are some areas that we're sort of really looking at. You're sort of poring over these black and white period photos to try and find all little details of sort of little like air scoops and things that are underneath the fuselage where no one's interested in photographing. And there's a lot of little detail changes between the versions as well. So we have to really be careful what parts we're including.
Anything else on the list that you designed this year? Careful now.
Well,
no, that's it for me.
For you? Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Are you aware of the Wing Leader Photo Archive? Wing Leader Publications have a website. It's called the Photo Archive.
Okay.
Email it to me, Nige.
You have to pay.
Yeah.
I'll send you the link.
Thank you.
He may get, because you're Airfix, he may give you a link for free.
Yeah, probably.
He's a lovely guy, Mark Postlethwaite. There's thousands of pictures on there of everything. So really good.
Sounds great.
Thanks.
So my 50 minutes nearly up, I think. Can I just say, Dale and Matt, honestly, again, you've left holes in the launch. So like somebody's already mentioned, no 135th armor release or anything like that. So we're looking forward to some 135th armor this year from you.
Cromwell. There was a 135th Cromwell in there.
No, that's a re-release with the correct wheels on them this time, I believe. So, but yeah, as I said, I another cracking video there, Dale. I'd love to do it one day. I'd love to be able to do it.
I would absolutely love for you to do that video. That's not tell anyone, and then you just go.
Yeah.
As I said to you, the day that we actually announced a
Bearcat.
What was it you bang on about? Yeah, Bearcat. Then for you just to pop in and be like, "Oh, hi, yeah, yeah." We have to do that one day, but
just turn up and say this year we're doing a Bearcat, and that's it. End of launch. That's it. Off we go. Like,
just goes. All right, okay.
Yeah, obviously there's there's gaps. You know what we're up to now. So this time last year, you guys didn't know what we were having, what we were planning, and but no one really noticed. But it's a little bit more obvious this year, just looking at the range alone, let alone what we've been up to over the last 6 months or so. So
yeah.
Well, I think the train side's copying you because they said exactly the same in their video.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they all are actually.
You are the trailblazers. You are. You're keeping Hornby afloat.
Well, you could argue Corgi do a quarterly. Is it a quarterly thing now? So they used to do a quarterly release mini catalog thing yonks ago, and then they stopped. So then, but anyway, so they do a quarterly thing. So if we get into that, then they're going to say that they dreamt it all up. But
they only catch dust anyway. Those kits, those models, don't they? So cool.
Good. All right, well, I'm glad you guys really. Oh, go on, Moz.
Yeah, one last thing. Noticing Thunderbirds in the Corgi range. Is that something for the future for the Airfix range?
In a word,
you have got the Angel Interceptor, which is Jerry Anderson, and that's interesting that because I've always been asking about when you're going to bring that one back. We've always said licensing would be an issue, but seeing that Corgi are bringing out Stingray, maybe there's some sort of agreement. Because if I'm right, your licensing is for the whole brand. It's not just particular.
Well, they're all slightly different, but normally our licenses, all of our licenses are for Hornby Hobbies Limited.
Yeah.
But they can be very brand and product specific. They're always very product specific. Okay. Would there be a problem with us bringing Angel Interceptor back? I don't believe so, but I haven't read through the license agreement. But I'm sure that Jerry Anderson's guys would welcome it. It's just not something that we've got planned in at the moment, and that's not a wink, which nudge to nudge. Look out in a couple of months' time type thing. It's generally just not something that we've got planned in. So, if people kick up a bit more, then we'll put it back in the range. But it's that, with vintage classics, which of course that would fall under now. We've always said that they would have something like a 10-year life cycle. So, anything that came out last year, you shouldn't really expect for another 9 years or so. There will be the odd thing that comes in a little bit sooner than others, but and that is most probably one of them. So we'll see.
Yeah, fair enough. Thank you, Dale and Matt, for joining us. That's brilliant. It's always a pleasure. It's once a year. It's always good to have you on.
Hope your ankle's all right, Matt.
My ankle? What's wrong with my ankle?
I've been kicking you in it every 5 seconds.
No. Really all right, thanks very much. Thanks for all the positive comments, guys, and to your viewers. And we look forward to bringing you a ton of stuff this year, and really excited to really start showing it all to you in the flesh, as it were. So we haven't got long to wait to the first stuff. So there's already test shots, as you've seen through the video. There's already built test shots out there, and one of our guys is building up the Liberator with internal painted stuff, which looks just out of this world. So it won't be long before we start showing that. I think we've got something planned on Friday actually for that. So Brilliant. Thanks very much, guys. Good to see you. Have a good evening.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Thank you for joining.
Bye.
Bye.
And there you are.
Yeah.
From the horse's mouth. So the turnaround times will be if they're saying that they're trying to get stuff out the first part, the turnaround times must be improving. Like you said, there's been times when we've had announcements and we've been waiting. Well, like the Rotodyne, they announced it in January. I haven't even got it yet, and we're in the new year. So hopefully the turnaround times will be good, because I think that's what people like. Is I think that's why the announcements have been pretty good. Was the fact that we're doing an ME410, bang, you had it next day. They announced the Sea King within a month. Everybody was having the Sea King, so it's fresh in the mind. People have put the pre-order in, and like for me, I think the devastation for me 2 years ago was I pre-ordered about £300 worth of models, and my card ran out in the March. So every time they released it or it was in stock, I had to then ring them up and give them my card details again.
Yeah.
Hence why I have the credit card now, which has got like a 3-year life on it. So it's exciting times. And again, because there's gaps in the release now, doesn't necessarily mean they're not going to release something similar in the future.
But having said that, it says on their website for that Hampton, for instance, spring release. So you think, oh, pre-order, and then it's just said it's going to be October.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I get that.
I don't think I'll pre-order anything. I'll just wait for it to come out. It was like with the Gannet, wasn't it? Everyone was getting their Gannet before the people who pre-ordered it.
Yeah.
I generally would recommend giving them a bit of time to update the website fully, because with this many items coming on in one go, you're going to have to double check and tweak things. So I get it, even though it's a bit annoying.
Yeah, and you've also got.
Oh,
what a great comment! Yeah, lovely point. Well raised.
I know I couldn't be bothered listening to it, so I cut him off. I'm joking. Right. So let's have a vote now. Do we let him back in? It wasn't worth it, mate. It wasn't worth you shouting, mate.
It was something about a Messerschmitt 109 anyway, wasn't it?
Yeah. How was Squiddy putting the cables out?
Was it?
No, sorry. I was saying about the stuff that's going on in terms of them getting stuff here, like through the Suez Canal and the Panama Canal, and all the ways that are now sort of being fucked up by the terrorist groups and stuff. So that sort of stuff's going to affect the way they can get the stuff in, when they can get stuff in, isn't it? So that's not something Airfix can control.
Yeah.
It's been that way for a long, long time now. I was talking to Hong Kong models, and the A20, he got it like 3 months after everybody else, and apparently it had to come over land, and it came by a train through Russia.
Yeah.
So you can imagine it was just ridiculous. It was like 3 months, and it's happening now. A lot of the stuff, even in Europe had that border Dambuster Lancaster in November. We didn't get it in December. But
they all said that on an Airfix and Chill once. He said that the hardest thing is that it's on the boat and it's there and it passes Dover and ends up in Rotterdam. And it breaks your heart, because then there's going to be a 2.5 week delay before they unload all that, load up again, only for it to come all the way back to Dover. It's they can track it on their on the computer that they where their thing is, and then to see it passed over to go to Rotterdam, there's going to be another 2 and 3 week wait afterwards. So I thought they were brilliant. I always like I don't know why I called him Chris. I think it's because last time Chris came on.
Well, you could have been worse. You could have called Dale Paramjit.
Yeah, yeah, I could have got away with that. But they've got some incredible designs, and as I said last night, ladies and gentlemen, I have the confidence. This about them not going to tool something that somebody else has already done. I have the confidence that whatever they release, whatever they decide to release, and and tool up and whatever and launch, it's up there against the likes of Tamiya. The rest of them and ICM and all that. I've got huge confidence in what they release. Isn't crap, and they're not releasing crap.
Who'd have thought they'd release a Bristol Bulldog?
No. And do you know what? That's probably going to be the most accurate Bristol Bulldogs out there, because they've gone and got the drawings that haven't been seen since the 1960s. I know people say, yeah, but fit issues and stuff. Well, there isn't fit issues, I don't think, in any of it, because they you know, they tried it all first and then it gets built. You know,
he's on about drawings of the real thing. He's on about the blueprints.
That's what I mean. Yeah, the blueprints. Yeah. So if you scanned it, there's no point in doing a scan. They got more information from the drawings than they did from the actual one that they've scanned.
Yeah.
You know, but is accuracy all that? You know,
accuracy doesn't. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's 4 switches where there should be 6. Who cares? But when it's the overall shape, like he was saying, the overall shape of that Bristol Bulldog they scanned was all wrong. It's like a Revell 132nd Spitfire. It looks awful. It's a £20 kit, but it's just the shape. It's awful. The fuselage is really ball. But yeah.
Jadlam preempted Airfix email by 2 minutes, did they?
Of course they did.
1618.
Would you be surprised if they did anything else, though?
Yeah.
I looked on Jadlam's website while we were on here and nothing came up.
No.
Agreed.
Because wouldn't it the hovercraft? Didn't Jadlam have it before Airfix even announced it or something?
Yeah, they announced it before even Airfix announced it.
Yeah,
which was piss. They're yeah. Anyways,
yeah. All that needs to be said is just yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah, it's sad, but anyway, it's a debate for them. It's a debate between Airfix and them, not for us.
Right.
But it is interesting that he said that none of these releases are going to be for UK, but he did mention if anything in the future will be the UK. Yeah. I think like I said, did they open the honeypot with that? Now the Spitfire's being manufactured in the UK, and I'm going to put it out there. I've seen a lot of builds. I've talked to a lot of people. No one has said any issues with quality control from the ones that produce in the UK. Have you heard anything? Because I haven't. Nobody's said any short shot, anything missing. I've not heard of anyone who said there's been a problem with that kit.
For me, the packaging, the box was awful.
Yeah, but there's a reason for that, though, Nige.
It's too thin.
But they put it in a box. That was the argument about it.
Even that box was. If you go and buy the Gannet, you get a really rigid, solid box, and it comes in a really rigid, solid box. The Spitfire was in a really soft, shitty box, in a really soft, shitty box.
I don't know. I've always seen these. So, you know, I've always seen these.
Yeah, that's the Gannet, isn't it?
That's not the Gannet. This is the Buccaneer.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the box is 2-ply cardboard, so
yeah,
it's solid box.
But the box wasn't that thick.
Oh, wasn't it? Okay.
No. It's a pretty good sign if the worst thing you've got to moan about is the box.
Yeah.
As long as the kit doesn't get broken. And I've got one.
Have you got one of you? Nigel's getting it. Way.
Full moon.
Say no, crack.
He cares.
I mean, look at the state of that.
But did that come from Airfix? Was that come from a distributor?
This came from one of my subscribers who had the kit and sold it to me. And it came in the original cardboard box that Airfix sent it in.
Right.
As Airfix posted it out. Look at it.
But with that, can I just point out, would I just put it out there? I never had that problem with mine.
Right.
And I'm just saying, was that because it's had the double travel time, and also it could have been that the carrier would have been a bit rough with it as well.
Yeah. My other one that came was exactly the same. Having said that, both kits are perfect.
Right. Okay.
You got yours from Airfix, and it came with the pipe mug thing, didn't it? It came
and the poster.
Yeah, this came in a bigger. Yours came in a bigger box. This just came in
a
really cardboard. I mean, you compare this,
yeah,
you know, to that, and this is what? How old's this? This modeler, you know.
2016.
2012. That one.
2012, that one, isn't it? Yeah.
Of course, it's got 70th anniversary, so it must be 2012, 2013.
Yeah.
And that's what they use now. And I don't know why they did this. It's because it's from the Great Britain. So
yeah. But anyways, it's 20 to 6 nearly.
Yes.
So we've been on for just nearly up for 2 hours on them. We've got 8 minutes left. I'll go for 2 hours. Can I just say, I said I'm putting my hands up. I'm about to go off now and do all my pre-orders. That's it. I'm going to put my pre-orders in. What I want to buy. As I said, I think they've left gaps in it, so you know there's certain things going to come ahead. I don't
understand the gaps. I don't get it.
What do you mean?
Well, Dale was saying the same. You can see what's coming by the gaps. Where's the gap?
Well, there's no new tool 135th armor anywhere.
Right.
There's no reflux on the Sea King or the Gannet.
No, there's no 148 of any, real pushing of the 148. So there's going to be a couple of 148. I reckon there'll be a 148 Cold War jet in there somewhere.
They're clearing out a lot of 135th stuff online at the moment.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So there's a lot there to be said.
I would imagine, though, a lot of that's not necessarily due to not announcing it now. It's to do whether they've been able to confirm the production and the shipping and everything else, and they don't want to say, well, this is coming into the range this year before everything's been confirmed. And
I don't think it's that. I think they tried it last year with the ME410, the SRN1, the S, and what else did they release on the fly?
Sea King.
I think that's what they're going to do now. They're going to do have events and it gives a bit more buzz. Yeah,
it's a great way of building hype. It's really good.
Apple do it, don't they? They don't just announce in September we're going to release an iPad and iPhone. They break it up now, so you get like that buzz going through all the time. So,
they announce kits like a year before they're released.
Yeah.
And I think that has a negative effect because everyone's like, and by the time it comes out, it's like, do I really want it?
I appreciate you watching. I really do appreciate you watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and give this a like. It really does help with the algorithm. But yeah, as I said, at the end of the day, Airfix know what they're doing. I have confidence that what they bring out now will be the best of the best, And if people, and I said they shouldn't be worried about, Hasegawa's brought this kit out 4 years ago, and don't be worried about it because I know that the Airfix version will probably be better and more accurate than the Hasegawa version that was released 4 years ago, or the Revell version. Like I said, I think if Airfix turned around now and said we're doing a 1/32 scale Hurricane, it will be better than the Revell one that came out last year.
Please.
Even in terms of availability, especially Airfix relative to something like Hasegawa, I know that I can get Airfix, but also I know that these things that are announced, even when they come out, I don't have to rush out. I can't afford to buy every kit that I see that I want, but with Airfix, it kind of doesn't matter because I know in 3 months' time, it will probably still be there and I can buy it, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah. Or if it sells out, they'll do another production run of it.
Yeah, generally. And that's the trust that I have with Airfix that I don't have with a lot of other brands.
Exactly. Thank you all for joining me and the rest of the gang here on Airfix and Chill. Will you please just spend a minute if all these people that are going to subscribe to their channel? Again, it's been a great day. I'll probably put some more videos out about what I think of the releases this year. And again, we'll be back on Monday for another Airfix and Chill. But for this special edition, thanks all for joining us. Thank you, Nigel, for popping in. James,
thank you for the invite.
John, Alec, Kits and Bits, Alec for Man's Model Moments, Ms. Modeler, and for Dale and Matt for joining us too.
Yeah.
Anyway, folks, take care, and we'll see you at the next live stream.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.